A hit-and-run investigation is underway after a vehicle struck a pedestrian Sunday afternoon in Torrington. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, the Torrington Police Department is seeking the public's assistance following a Sunday afternoon vehicle versus pedestrian hit and run. Police say around 2:50, a person was struck near the intersection of Main Street and Curtis Avenue, prompting ambulance service to the hospital for the victim. Online court records show that 49-year-old Jeffrey Darr was taken into custody Sunday afternoon on charges including DUI, causing serious bodily injury, and failure to report. But police say there may be additional witnesses who have valuable information about the crash. If you have information or witnessed the crash and have not yet talked to officers, you're asked to call 307-532-7001. Well, a 36-year-old Alliance man is facing drug and weapons charges following a nearly week-long investigation that began after he pointed a loaded shotgun at another individual. Corey Rasmussen was taken into custody on Saturday after officers found guns in his car and quantifiable amounts of drugs and firearms in his home. Police Chief David Levitt says the investigation began after Rasmussen pulled the gun on a victim that went to his home inquiring about a dog that was possibly up for adoption. He says Rasmussen pulled the trigger, but for unknown reasons, the shotgun did not fire and the victim was able to flee the scene. Charges include use of a firearm to commit a felony, possession with intent to distribute, terroristic threats, and possession of a firearm while committing a felony. We'll have more news right after this.
Looking for free instead of fees? Platte Valley Bank can help you keep your finances moving forward with no ATM fees. Whether you're headed to the lake, the mountains, or just to the grocery store, you can enjoy the freedom of free ATM access anywhere, anytime. Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Better sleep and better health can be found at Western Sleep Medicine in Gering. Since 2006, Western Sleep Medicine has offered the lowest cost sleep testing either in their independent sleep laboratory or the privacy of your own home. You have control over your health care and your out-of-pocket cost. All insurance is accepted for a much lower cost than the regional option. If you need a sleep study, ask for Western Sleep Medicine. They've helped thousands of people over the years and want to help you. Western Sleep Medicine. Better sleep, better health.
Welcome back. The legislature's Education Committee took testimony Monday on LB 303, introduced by Senator Jana Hughes at the request of the governor, which aims to modify state aid to public schools while providing a measure of property tax relief. As introduced, the bill would increase foundational aid from $1,500 per formula student by $90 and adds a 30-cent base levy adjustment to the aid formula, while dropping the maximum K-12 property tax levy from $1.05 to $1.02 per $100 valuation. Bruce Reeker with the Nebraska Farm Bureau said while the measure will increase state aid to schools by about $112 million over 2 fiscal years, that doesn't necessarily equate to property tax relief.
Even if 100% of this new money, this money that's called for in LB 303, goes to property tax relief, our state's net property tax burden will still increase by somewhere close to $475 million or 9%. So there's a lot more work that needs to be done. And we hope that you as a committee and the legislature recognize that this is an incremental step but there's a lot more that we need to do.
The bill would also create a school finance reform commission to submit annual recommendations to lawmakers for school funding adjustments to ensure stable state aid to schools while also reducing property taxes. The committee took no action on the measure, which was one of several on school funding that were scheduled for public testimony. Well, the Regional West Board of Directors has announced the hiring of Ned Resch to succeed Mel McNay as President and Chief Executive Officer. Resch's career in healthcare began in 2002, recently including oversight of Banner Health Medical Group operations in Wyoming and California, about 2 years as CEO of Banner's Platte County Memorial Hospital, and since 2021 has been CEO of Sterling Regional Med Center. Regional West Board Chair Jim Trumbull said the board is thrilled to welcome Mr. Resch, and he brings extensive experience in healthcare leadership that will serve the hospital and community well. Regional West Chief Operating Officer Amanda Vick will serve as interim CEO until Resch begins his duties on March 10th. And the healthcare workforce shortage in Nebraska and across the country is claiming another provider, this time in Bridgeport. Sonny's Pharmacy will be closing permanently on February 28th. According to a post on a Sonny Superfoods social media page, pharmacist in charge Scott Linders has accepted a new position, and due to ongoing staffing challenges, they made the difficult decision to exit the pharmacy business. For those with prescriptions needing to be transferred, they ask that you reach out before the closing date so they can help make the transition as smooth as possible.
At Renewal by Anderson, we ask, why should we only feel the love on Valentine's Day in February? We have declared the entire month of February as the month of love. That's right, we did it. We laugh at February's snow and cold. We love installing the best new windows and doors. We love how warm, cozy, quiet, and more valuable our awesome windows and doors make our customers' homes. Love, love, love. Tell someone you love them today, and please book your free estimate right now at rbawyoming.com. Feel the love every day in February with Renewal by Anderson.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
Welcome back. We are trying to take a look at what's happening in this world of markets today. I'm Susan Littlefield here on the Rural Radio Network. Joining us, of course, is going to be Jim McCormick. Jim is with agmarket.net. And obviously, Jim, weather in South America has been a continued market discussion.
It has, and what's interesting, Susan, we're starting to see a little bit of a pattern change. The northern Brazil has been too wet. Southern Brazil and Argentina's been a little bit too dry. The pattern is now switching. Our northern part is drying out, which is going to allow harvest to accelerate and allow the safrinha crop to get planted. And then on the other hand, southern parts of Brazil and Argentina that have been struggling to get those critical rains, they are now lined up to get it. So that should help stabilize the southern part of the continent's crops.
So how is planting and harvest progress going right now, knowing there's been a lot of adverse weather?
They have been a little bit behind pace, but they did get the crop planted a little bit behind. So it should be expected to be a little bit behind pace. But where this weather breaks like it's forecasted, they can move equipment they move around equipment fast and furious. So they could easily catch up.
Now, trade and tariff has been a big topic as well. Finally getting some direction, maybe?
We are finally getting at least a direction from President Trump. Several times he's threatened tariffs, and then they essentially pulled them off. This time around, he did hit the tariffs on pretty much everybody in the world that exports essentially steel and aluminum to us. Canada and Mexico are big players in that market. They are trying to talk with the trade administration, the Trump administration about it. We'll see what happens, Susan. There has been reciprocal tariffs back against it, but that could happen if they make no progress on these talks.
So then how are the fund positions weighing into everything?
Right now, the funds in the corn are carrying one of the biggest positions they've ever carried for this time of year. What's interesting in the corn specifically, if the funds want to buy more, the farmer's pretty much out of grain. He's got 30% left to sell. So the funds want to control this market and they want to buy more. They are going to push this market higher. On the other hand, with all that grain being sold by the producer, the end user doesn't need to bid up. So if the funds do get out because the weather's looking better and the trade war is heating up, there's no one to catch that fallen knife as well. So we're set for some pretty volatile times when normally it's relatively quiet.
And to wrap up everything, this cattle market is back on the downside once again. Is this how we might be finishing out the trade today?
Well, right now, like the cattle market, they up an escalator, down an elevator shaft. Right now, this cattle market feels like maybe we put at least a temporary top in.
All right, we got a lot that we're going to dive into coming up later today during the Channel Final Bell. Included in that is going to be the WASDE report, where Jim will break everything down for us. And you can find out all the WASDE information on our website and check out the podcast for the Channel Final Bell. You can find that at ruralradionetwork.com. I'm Susan Littlefield for the Rural Radio Network.
Let's take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
Life is crazy. Pain is stressful. How can anybody concentrate with these busy schedules? Now you can. This is Ben Moravec coming to you from Hydrozen, a float therapy business right here in Scottsbluff. I'm here today to let you know we now have memberships for $49 monthly. You can guarantee yourself at least one float per month. You know how floating keeps your muscles relaxed, your joints relieved, and your brain clear to think? Now you can float at a reduced rate each month. Inquire today at hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT. Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge.
Tired of feeling stuck? Not sure if you are on the right track? Platte Valley Bank can help keep your finances moving forward with checking account options to fit your lifestyle and an online account chooser to make finding the right account easy. Control your financial future with helpful budgeting tools and automatic savings plans. Now is the time to enjoy the ride with Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
And finally tonight, people wanting Las Vegas gambling vibes will have to travel no further than Scottsbluff this weekend. The Golden Halo Foundation Casino Night will be this Saturday evening at the Hampton Inn and Suites. Folks will get funny money to play popular casino games like blackjack, Texas Hold'em poker, craps, and roulette. Debbie Post with the Golden Halo Foundation says it's a fun-filled evening and supports a great cause.
Golden Halo Foundation, our casino night's coming up. We have served over 25 families this year. We have probably raised $300,000 for kiddos with special needs, long-term disabilities. We get wonderful feedback from our families, usually in the form of a thank you note. We do have a couple of the kids that usually visit us at casino night, so that's kind of fun. And come out and game with us that night and raise some money for a wonderful cause.
Dinner is included. Tickets are $75 and can be purchased at Riverstone Bank branches in either Scottsbluff or Gehring, or at the door Saturday night. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.